What's up, guys? It's Ben with 2020 election predictions, and today I'm going to show you how I made $100 on the Predicted website where people can bet on politics. For a little bit of background, this is a New Zealand-based company. It's not out of America because the legality of betting on politics has been a little bit iffy for a while. Like the courts have had to decide it, and I've used this website for a while. I actually haven't really made a video about it, but like right now we can see that you can purchase a share of Joe Biden winning at 62 cents, and if he wins, and you get paid out $1, so you have a chance to make a 38 cent profit if Biden wins for every dollar you put in, or 62 cents. And then same with Trump. So Trump's at a 40% or a 40 cent. That's his price right now. And it's just kind of like buying stocks. They go up and down, but instead of like it being on the economy or something, it's more just about politics. So just before I get into my past trades, kind of show what I did. You can see here, like you can bet on different things, like will Kanye run in 2020? I bet this one's been going all over the place. Will you look at that? I mean, it's just woo. That is crazy, crazy, crazy. I actually don't even know the latest news on that, but it just jumped 49 cents earlier. So I mean, those are definitely the ones that aren't as serious, but like the electoral college march to victory, blah 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 blah. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, so let's get into my bets. I've been on the Predicted website for about 2 years. I'll kind of show you all my investment portfolio and show you how I won $100 on this website by betting. So anyone can do this. I wouldn't advise. I don't want to give investment advice or do political bets. I will be showing you what my new bets will be in tomorrow's video. So please check that out because I think it's a fun tool. I don't think anyone really makes a living off this or makes it big on this. But I think it's just kind of for fun thing that people can make a little money here and there if they think they have a smart political brain. So I'll just look at this one right here. So this isn't showing up right now, or this isn't showing up right now, but very early on, I bet early that Joe Biden was going to be the nominee. This was early in 2019 when he was about priced at like 25 to 30 cents. I mean, in the polls, he has always been the leader, but people always thought that Biden was going to decline, that he was too old, like he was going to have a gaffe in a debate. Like, remember after that first debate when Kamala Harris just completely destroyed him and Kamala Harris rose in the polls. But if we looked at the polling numbers overall, Biden and Bernie Sanders were the ones that remained steady. And they were kind of the two left at the end of the day. So I invested early in Biden. And then when everyone thought that Bernie Sanders was going to win, this was after like the New Hampshire primary and the Nevada primary, Biden was pricing at about like 12 to 15 cents. I mean, this is when Joe Biden came in fifth in the New Hampshire primary behind Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, Elizabeth Warren, and Bernie Sanders. I mean, people thought he was done. I knew that South Carolina was coming up, and even though like Biden didn't perform very well in Iowa or New Hampshire, I knew that he was going to win the South. I was a little bit scared about Michael Bloomberg. I actually put some money on Michael Bloomberg and Biden because I just knew that the Democratic establishment was not going to let a like more radical candidate like Bernie Sanders or Warren. I just knew that they weren't going to win. And then also I just knew that Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar, although they had their strengths, that they weren't going to do well with black voters. And I knew that was an emphasis for the Democratic Party, and that like Pete Buttigieg or Amy Klobuchar would just get hammered in the South, and that you really have to have that Southern coalition in the Democratic primary to win. So that is why I put all my eggs on Joe Biden. I also bet on Biden in the Iowa primary and just got destroyed. I think I lost about like $30 in that because I put a lot of money on Biden early and just didn't realize he came in fourth. I mean, Pete Buttigieg won, Bernie Sanders came in second. I think Warren came in third. Yeah, I think that's right. Or maybe Amy Klobuchar. I actually don't recall exactly, but I also put a lot of money on Biden in South Carolina, and I try to find the history of like what you bet on, but I actually couldn't find that, so you'll just have to take my word for it. So that is that, and then the second bet that I put on, it's not showing up here, and I also bet against Hillary Clinton because like there was always this idea that Hillary Clinton was going to run in 2020. I bet on it here when and let's see what I bought it. So I averaged I paid that Hillary Clinton would not run in 2016 or in 2020, and I paid on average 83 cents for that. And as you can see, that's aged well. I just knew it wasn't going to happen. There was a lot of media hype about it, like, oh, Hillary Clinton said she wanted to be president in this interview, but I just knew it wasn't going to happen. So second, this is a little bit more a niche thing. You'll probably don't even remember this, but in 2019 there were um, several special elections for the governorships. Or I don't even think they were special elections, but they were just kind of in a odd year, which is like 2019. They typically are on even years, like 2018 or 2020. But Matt Bevin won in the Kentucky governorship as a Democrat, which surprised a lot of people. And I did not bet on this governor's race just because I didn't know a lot about it. But the Republican was favored a lot in the predicted markets. And then a week later, there was a governor's race in Louisiana. The incumbent was a Democrat, and I actually bet on the Democrat. I can't remember his name, but he was a pro-life, socially conservative Democrat. And although Donald Trump campaigned for the Republican challenger there, like he did in Kentucky against Matt Bevin, the Democratic challenger ended up winning, and I ended up making a lot of money off that because I think that the Democrat was only priced at like 30 cents and the Republican was priced at 70 cents. And I had just done a lot of research on that and like read some articles about that. So I did make a good chunk of money off of that. Um, and I'll just kind of show you some of my other bets. So like I've made money on the Hillary Clinton one in 2020. For North Carolina, I still stand by this bet, but I wish I kind of made it now. And in my next video, I might double down on this bet. I do think that the Republican is going to win. And this is not on the Senate level or like the House level or the governor's level, because I do think that the Democratic Governor Roy Cooper is going to win re-election. However, this is on the presidential level, so this is only talking about Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. Like right now, this bet looks like a mistake, but I made this bet, I think, before even the coronavirus, which in hindsight probably wasn't smart. I should have waited to make this bet. I still think that Donald Trump is going to win North Carolina. I think it's going to be close, but let's see if we can even go out far enough. So yeah, I purchased it when it was 52 cents a share that the Republican was going to win. And it was hanging around there like all along here. And I thought at the time that 52 cents was pretty low because I would say like right now I have about like 70% confidence that the Republican or that Donald Trump is going to win North Carolina. I understand that not a lot of people hold my view right now. Like the market right now, like only 40% of people think that the Republican's going to win. That's kind of how you can interpret these numbers, whether it's kind of buyers or sellers. So, but that's pretty interesting. And one way you can arbitrage this market is by looking at different models, looking at different polls, and see where it's different. Right now, there isn't a lot of room for arbitrage. I think right now Joe Biden is doing very well. So if you think Donald Trump is going to improve his standing in the polls, then you should probably bet on Donald Trump and then maybe even sell right before the election if you aren't confident that Donald Trump is going to win a particular state. But I will do a video on that tomorrow, kind of explaining where I'm going to put my bets, and y'all can copy my bets, but please don't like blame me because I'm not offering investment advice. So if one of my bets goes wrong, but I will be putting my actual money in it. So that's the video on how I made $100 off this website, and I hope that y'all have success in it too. But please don't go crazy. And one caveat I would give is there are a lot of fees and different things. So if you like bet if you buy 10 shares at 62 cents for Biden, it's not like you're going to get 38 or like $3.80 exactly profit if Biden does win. There's some like fees in there that make it a little bit harder to make a distinct profit. But I really hope you'll like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and be on the lookout for my video tomorrow.